Hi, this is Stacia, and we're going to take a look at a training game I played on chess.com. So I'm continuing my attempt to get to 1800, climbing the mountain slowly. Since you can already see it on the screen, I'm going to say that this game I did break 1700. It's the third time I've done it. And it's a crazy sacrificial game, so I hope that you're ready for this one. Probably very dubious as well. Okay, so I opened with the move e4, and they played c5, Sicilian defense. And of course, I like to play the Morra Gambit with the move d4. So takes, c3, takes, knight takes c3. This is all normal so far. And it's funny because I just spent 2 hours studying lines in the Mayhem in the Morra book by Mark Esserman. So definitely looking to employ some of the new ideas I learned. Knight to c6. And now white's development scheme is very easy. Bishop c4, castles. And if they put the 2 pawns in the center, this is called the Scheveningen pawn structure. Then you go with the queen e2, rook d1 plan, putting pressure down the d file. So early a6 by my opponent. This is fine. Okay, e6, castles. Yeah, and I was hoping for this move. Sometimes they don't commit to d6 right away, and then I don't know what to do. So I kind of do want to look at the opening book for a second. Yeah, like the main move here that I'm seeing is knight g to e7. In the book, Esserman calls this the professional's choice, and he makes it like a James Bond type thing. Here we go bishop g5, pinning the knight, and then inciting a weakness on the king side with either f6 or h6. f6 is actually the main move, which is surprising. So it goes like that, and then b5. And knight g6. Yeah, and this is the idea behind this move, is to station the knight on g6. And this is more harmonious for black once again. So looks like black scores well on this line, but I'm not going to worry about that one for the moment. Okay, so after d6, and this is the way most people do play, I'm going to go queen e2, rook d1. Yeah, bishop e7 is interesting. Usually they go knight f6, I think. In the opening book, it gives bishop e7 as more common. Okay. Rook d1, of course. And now I would expect the move queen c7. Usually black wants to step out of this uncomfortable pin. And after queen c7, I would go bishop f4. And this would be the exact lines that I was just studying. So this would have been very nice to see. I might even show you one of the lines because, like, after this move, let's see. Like, if black tried this, I think we have a crazy tactic. Maybe I don't know it after all. Like, I'm wondering if we have bishop b5 check here. I might need the engine's help. Well, computer says we're winning if we just capture. Can we do this? And if they take here, we do this. Something like this happened in my studies. And now we're suddenly on not only the queen, but the c7 square. So they would have to move. And then you can even take, this is crazy. Yeah, something like this. Because now we go knight c7 check. And it's not just the fact that we get the square, it's the fact that the king is in the middle of the board. So like the computer wants to take the knight. But we could play like this. Now we're on the bishop. Yeah, and if here, well, that's going to be mate. So how do they defend the bishop? I don't know. Maybe queen here. Bishop's attacked again. If here, we could probably take with a rook, because they cannot take back because check. Okay, anyway, you're getting the point. I just wanted to give an example of the crazy stuff that can happen in the Morra. So it's good to have those ideas like in your head, but then you have to calculate and see if they work. All right, so in the game though, yeah, in the game it went like this. B5. And I definitely was thinking about sticking something on the d5 square here, but I don't think it works. Like, this is always a thought, but I don't think this does anything. Yeah, maybe just knight a5. Yeah, I don't think I have anything for that, so so I play the correct move, bishop to b3. And he played bishop b7. And I went bishop to f4. Wow, so I'm seeing here, I probably could have played the move e5. I'm going to turn the engine off for a second. e5. I thought if e5, he could play here. So what would we do against this? Can we just capture? Like knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes? I have no idea. Yeah, I guess we can. So knight takes d5, and if takes, bishop takes. Yeah, so again, like, a lot of times we are sacrificing material as long as the king's in the center of the board. So now we're threatening check, winning the queen. Or actually just take the knight. That should do it. So queen c8, defending the knight, stepping out of the pin. And then, wow, e6 wins. Okay, I didn't really know this one. What the heck is going on? So if takes, we can take with the bishop. That attacks the queen again. Yeah, you have to admit, it wouldn't be fun to play black here. Just the king. The king and the lack of development here. That's why white's winning. Okay, so I'm glad we looked at that. So before you play e5, you know, this is why I didn't play it, because before you play e5, you have to see that they can go here, and now we have to sacrifice or we lose our advantage, I'm pretty sure. Computer also gives a4 though. Let's look at this for a second. I would expect this move, and the computer says, thank you, I wanted to sacrifice anyway. Okay, and then we're gonna have a similar type line. Yeah, and if the queen steps there, we go bishop f4, and if the queen steps here, we go e6. Interesting, interesting. Okay, but in the game, I played bishop f4. Not seeing all those lines with e5. And he went knight a5, yeah. And this is a line that I've faced before. I think this is typical in the Paulson formation, that the knight comes to a5 and wants to take my bishop. So here, sometimes I play bishop c2. I think this is an option. Sometimes I ignore it and play rook ac1, just continue my development. And you can also think about taking this, which I doubt it is sound, but I think I do this. Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't play like this, but I didn't know what to do here. Computer likes e5 once again. And it also likes bishop takes d6. What the heck? All right, I'm so confused. So the bishop would be pinned. I guess we can attack it somehow. Let's see. Like if here. Oh, it's probably just e5. I'd be concerned about this. But the bishop's still pinned. And only when black steps out of the pin do we take. Now we're threatening that. White's winning here too. Oh, crazy. Okay. Now I do want to look at the move bishop to c2. It looks playable. It's slightly better for black here, which is kind of typical for the Morra. I thought maybe the knight would come in, but maybe black should develop first. It's giving the move queen b6, which I wouldn't expect. I guess getting out of the pin. That's what that move is. Also keeps an eye on this square. And then we just go here and we keep playing chess. I mean, I would definitely be a little nervous about this. It says I can do this though. And now we can play e5 or bishop d3. Yeah, I think I might just play bishop d3 and say, why is your knight here? Probably would do that. Okay. So the bishop c2 move is playable. You can also go rook ac1 here. I think this is probably okay. If they take, you know, black is slightly better, but it's still a game. You hate to lose your light square bishop though. Turns out the best move is this one though, just using this pin. I definitely like that the best, and I'm kind of sad I didn't see it now. And this move. Okay, so this move is wrong. Okay, let's make that clear. And I kind of knew that during the game, but I just felt like, you know, it's going to make the game kind of crazy, and my king's safe and his is in the center, and let's try it. So I did this. I think he should take. And then my follow-up was knight here, which is funny. I thought he might even be able to take the knight and play like this. But maybe not. Computer says no. Like white has an advantage now. Yeah, and I did think I was willing to play this position. So, the move I should have calculated more closely, though, is the move knight to f6, of course. I mean, this is the move he wants to play. and it's going to stop whatever queen h5 thing I had going on. So probably after knight f6 I'm just like losing. But let's look at the game. And I'm playing a 1700 player, you know. Okay, so rook ac1. I mean, I'm probably lost, but what I do have is this pin. The king's still in the center for the time being, so I'm going to gain a tempo when he castles. And then these pawns are iffy. Maybe I can attack them. So he did castle. I think that was smart. Knight f3. Why did I play knight f3? I don't remember. Let's see. Okay, I wanted to get the knight to the g5 square and maybe push e5. Okay, and he took the pawn. So playing a little trick because it's a discovery on the bishop. But I did take the knight because I saw after this I can take on d6. And what's nice about this is now I can take this pawn with check. So he took there, and then I take with check. I mean, I'm still lost. I still knew I was, but, you know, it's a rapid game. And the position's interesting enough that maybe we can get a trick in. But yeah, objectively, I'm lost. So here, I think I have to take the bishop now. I'm kind of surprised to see the computer wants knight f7. So wow. That's a discovery on the queen. Also attacks the queen. Oh, but he could play like this. And I would expect this move. Yeah, I think black's winning here. So, okay, he went queen b6. And lucky for me, there's a nice little plan here that will still kind of save the game. And that's this move. Rook check. And what's nice about this is he pretty much has to take that, otherwise I take the rook. So takes, check. And now I was expecting the move queen d8. I wasn't sure what to do against this actually. After queen d8, it's not clear to me what I would do. My knight's under attack. Computer gives queen c1. Tempo move on the rook. Pretty interesting because if here, can we do this? If he takes, we take. Well, I would assume that I'm worse here. A knight and a bishop against a rook is not my dream position. But the computer says this is like roughly equal, maybe slightly better for black. Okay. But let's see what happened in the game. Yeah, when he played this move, I was pretty happy because I thought maybe I'm winning now. I played knight to e4. Not the most precise. Computer gives queen d7 or knight c4. queen d7. Queen d7, I don't understand. Knight c4, I understand. That's a discovery. We're going to attack the queen. If they take, we take. Queen d7, I don't understand. So what if he just went along with his plan? Like he wants to take here and then take on f2. Oh, we just have queen e8. Oh, wow. I didn't see this idea at all. Queen e8 checkmate. That's cute. Okay. Well, after bishop here, I went knight e4. Yeah, I could probably just go queen d7 here. If I played here. Notice I only had a minute left. And I thought this move looked pretty threatening. This would fork the bishop and the rook, even the pawn. Also, I have this check. So I did that. Yeah, and look at this. Checkmate. So, pretty sloppy game by me, but I'll give myself credit for playing brave and for hanging in there. So, I'm over 1700 again, and I'll be back with more chess. All right, bye.